Hello viewers, it's Cynthia Michael from Screen Review, reviewing my 546 podcast. This is my 546 podcast. And like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change your adult language. Now, if you're over 18, then you need to get to watch this audio podcast recording. So anyway, with this everything else out the way, let's get into this review on the whole third season of the Doom Patrol. I gotta say, it's about time that they. I really liked this season. It did pick up for what it got left on, what it left on in the previous season when COVID hit. But I really dig this season. So basically, this season was finally about the East Doom Patrol member finally making some real changes. Cause for the last two seasons, we see the Doom Patrol face their issues, and they do learn from their issues, but at the same time, every time they do face the issue, they do, starting with their issues, they do face those issues, but at the same time, they doesn't really, they don't really, make doesn't make them, make them change after they face their issues or problems. So basically, this season was all about the Doom Patrol, finally facing their issues, facing the issues once and facing their the issues and problems that they have, and finally moving on, with their lives, and finally bettering themselves. So basically, that's the whole point of this whole season. For a long time we see the Doom Patrol, pity in the, kind of pity, kind of hiding the shame of their past lives and what type of people they are. So basically, certain people like Jade not being, not being a good primary, basically, being left or leader and whatnot. Robot Man acting like a damn irresponsible, Robot Man acting irresponsible, like he's still like a teenager and whatnot. And as for Larry seems not to let people get close to him because Larry still keeps people at a distance and and what's the name, Elastigirl, being, just trying to find a way to be, trying to get, trying to be the main attention, and Cyborg, taking over his, taking over what he, taking over, then his dad for turning into a cyborg, against his will, and not really thinking about what's going, what would be the consequences of this. So basically, I would say that this season of Doom Patrol really stepped up the character development for each of the characters. So basically, I can't wait. I want to see, I can't wait to season 4. So basically, the Doom Patrol is getting a season 4. So basically, yes, DC Fandom just pronounced that Doom Patrol is getting a season 4. So basically, I can't wait to see season 4 of Doom Patrol. So basically, this season was very good with character development. So basically, some good, finally, we finally see the Doom Patrol realizing that, yes, we're assholes, but, we should not be, we won't, we're assholes for screw ups, but, we should we should not dwell in our failures in our past, saying we should move forward, and try to better ourselves. So basically, this is what the whole season was about the Doom Patrol finally doing some, each of the members of the Doom Patrol finally better themselves to do more, do more with their lot, with their lives and their abilities. So basically, I can't wait to see how. I do like that Rita finally masters her powers in this series. Finally got the master of her powers. We seen that, and also it's very interesting how Madame Rose, who's currently part of the Doom Patrol. It's going to be very interesting how long that Madame how long she's going to be part of the Doom Patrol as a hero, or she's going to go back to being a villain. So basically, also I really liked it how I really liked it how we finally got to see the brain and Nala in action. So basically, hoping we get to see more of them in the fourth season. So anyway, and also Dorothy as well. So anyway, that's just what I think about the whole Doom Patrol season. This was very good. This was a very good, solid season. I can't wait to see. 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 I can't wait to see what happens. What happens to everybody in the fourth season. Jay dealing with not being primary. And giving her primary, being the primary. Personality. Giving up to that therapist personality who's been gunning for her position. Seeing how well in the baby negative spirit, develop their powers, and also seeing Robot Man, get some help for his Parkinson's disease, and also seeing that how the Rita and Mataroos situation will play out next season, and also we're hoping that wondering when Victor is going to come cyborg again. So basically, these are the things I'm looking forward for. But this season was about permanent change. About each of the characters finally doing some permanent change to improve themselves, and finally getting over their baggage, and see where they take themselves as a superhero group, and finally realize that they are a superhero group, like it or not. So anyway, like always, what do you think about the the third season of Doom Patrol? Was it good? Was it bad? Or was it just okay? Please let me know what the comments of this podcast. So anyway, like always, this is Michael from Scooby Sign off. 1.